Glover Teixeira, a veteran UFC fighter, has examined his most recent defeat to Jamal Hill at light heavyweight. Teixeira, who is known for his tremendous striking and grappling abilities, was decisively beaten by Hill. Teixeira discussed the fight in a recent interview, pointing out areas where he might have improved and expressing his resolve. He had no intention of putting his gloves that night, win or lose, until he understood that a 25-minute battle for the belt was the ideal way to end an impressive career. Glover analyzed his past fight with MMA fighting during an interview. "I didn't have anything planned. I was getting frustrated in training sometimes because recovery is hard. The way I'm used to training, that brutal training, and that's something I missed in this fight, being brutal with takedowns. I had many opportunities. I was avoiding his punches early, but then he started to connect a lot of punches and cut me. But I can block some and fight back. I get cut too easy. I'm like Nick Diaz and Nate Diaz. But I lack that aggressiveness." In rounds 3 and 4, Hill nearly knocked Teixeira out with punches, but Teixeira held on and convinced the referee to allow the fight to continue. Teixeira's fractured nose may require surgery, but no decision has been made as he doesn't presently have a bout scheduled. UFC President Dana White responds to criticism from lightweight champion Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev voiced his disappointment with the promotion of the highly anticipated title fight against champion matchup between him and Alexander Volkanovski at UFC 284. The lightweight champion criticized the lack of press conferences in North America and questioned why Volkanovski had only been seen once before the fight. UFC President Dana White responded to these statements on The Jim Rome Show. In response to Makhachev's comments, White defended the marketing of UFC 284 and the efforts done to promote the event. A popular video from the UFC Vegas post-fight press conference, in which White appeared to forget Makhachev's name, added fuel to the fire. Here's a summary of Dana White's statement regarding Islam. "First of all, he lives in Dagestan. What does he know about what's going on for the promotion of the fight? He doesn't know anything. It's going to be one of the top 5 biggest fights of all time. First of all, the event sold out. You couldn't get a ticket if you wanted to get a ticket in Perth. And this thing is trending right now to be the biggest pay-per-view event in Australia, which, it's like 6% behind the Conor McGregor-Poirier fight. It's probably going to break the record. So to say that the fight hasn't been promoted, that's just ridiculous. That's what you call some internet BS. Do you believe that the UFC properly promoted this event? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Khamzat's perspective has changed, and he now sees Robert Whittaker as a potential opponent. Chimaev is now ranked 3rd in the welterweight division and seems to be closing up on a title shot. He easily defeated Gerald Meerschaert by knockout at 185 pounds, showcasing his prowess. Chimaev has regularly expressed a desire to compete in a heavier weight division in an effort to win a new title. Many believe Robert Whittaker, a top contender, will be the ideal opponent to move him to a title matchup if he takes this move. However, Chimaev referred to the Australian as a great guy and stated his intention to avoid facing him in September of last year. In fact, he suggested that they train together in the future. Now, he has changed his stance and wants to fight Robert Whittaker next. "I think I will fight Robert Whittaker. He's got no opponent. Paulo Costa ran away after talking that much about me and Robert. So, I will fight Whittaker. I want this fight, although I like him as a human being. He is a solid guy, doesn't talk trash, doesn't cross any lines. We are going to have fun at the press conference and fight each other." Do you believe this is a favorable matchup for Chimaev? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Cyril Gane was not shocked by the outcome between the UFC and former heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou. The highly anticipated fight between Ngannou and Jon Jones was expected to be a massive event in the heavyweight division. Ngannou ultimately left the UFC because he and the company were unable to reach an agreement on a new contract that would have given him fair pay and more freedom. As a result, Gane stepped in to challenge Jones for the vacant championship. In a recent interview with Middle Easy, Cyril Gane shared his views on the situation involving Francis Ngannou. "I wasn't surprised by this decision. For me, I have maybe some views. Maybe he wants to stop his career in MMA and just wants to go to make money in boxing. This is a choice, and this is not the wrong choice to me. That's a correct choice." In his 12 professional fights, Gane has suffered 1 defeat, and it was against Ngannou in a thrilling unanimous decision. The possibility of a rematch between the two is unlikely, but Gaines seems unconcerned by the divergent professional paths they have chosen. No, you see, for that, a lot of people told me, "Oh, you want revenge for Francis now, no?" I said no. I just want the belt. So I'm okay with this defeat. It was not a ridiculous defeat. It was really close. So no, I'm not like that. This doesn't give me some pain, you see. I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with that. Thanks for watching. If you're a fan of MMA, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, so you never miss an update. Also leave a comment below with your thoughts on today's news. Keep supporting the sport, and we'll see you in the next one.